I'm going to run an experiment to demonstrate two DC machines coupled together with a bit of insulation from a cable, white, black and green. That insulation is going to allow the one DC machine to run as a motor and then to drive the second DC machine to run as a generator. We'll be able to see the output on the LED. I will also later measure the output on the voltmeter so you can see a little more of what's actually happening. Right, I have a voltmeter which allows me to measure the voltage. I've got a regulator which allows me to control the voltage going to the motor to drive the setup. I'll start it up. It takes about 0.5 of a volt to get things happening. There we go. If I further increase the speed, we'll no longer be able to see the insulation rotating, but you'll be able to hear the motor spinning up faster and faster and eventually driving the LED brighter and brighter. That's fast enough, thank you very much. I could carry on increasing the speed, increasing the output and blowing up the motor and the LED, or both, or one of them will go first for sure. So that's far enough with the experiment. I'll now start to demonstrate using the voltmeter so that we can see the effects of the supply voltage and then the output. So I'm starting off with not very much. Increase the voltage until the motor starts spinning. That's happening at just over 0.5 of a volt. How many volts do I get on the output of the generator? 0.1. Going back to my supply, raising the voltage. If I raise it to 1 volt, one volt, 1.1 on the output of the generator, 0.6 of a volt. If I go back to raising the voltage to 1.5, and then seeing what the generator is producing, just about 1 volt. If I go back to raising to 2 volts, and then seeing what the generator is producing, around about, well, I can get a good connection, around about 1.6 volts, and the LED is starting to generate some brightness. If I increase the voltage to 2.5 volts, LED is getting a little bit brighter. 1.8 volts out of the generator. If I go to 3 volts, I'm getting just over 2 volts out of the generator. Rising to 3.5 volts. And I'm getting about 2 volts out of the generator. Rising to 4 volts. And I'm getting about 2 volts out of the generator. So there's a few questions there you can ask yourself, like why can't the generator produce more than 2 volts, and what's going on in the circuit, and why I had to stop at that sort of voltage level on the motor, and back to the beginning. I hope you enjoyed the video. Now you can answer some of my questions. Thank you.